Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Slingblade Productions. My name is Alan, and this is How I Would Book, where I take a pay-per-view event, a storyline, a superstar, character change, title change, or retirement angle, and I book it the way I, as a fan, would like to see it. With that in mind, this video is about this year's Money in the Bank, which is this Sunday. And while we're on the topic of Money in the Bank, after this video, I will be posting my prediction and preview video. So be on the lookout for that. So, having said that, I am going to book the show the way I, as a fan, would love to see it. And I will leave the comment section below open for your comments, how you would book the show, if you agree with my booking, if you disagree with my booking, but please keep the comments civil. With that in mind, I'm going to start with the pre-show, and I'm going to start with a women's tag team match, which is going to be Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Natalya and Becky Lynch. I'm having this match go 15 minutes, the first match of the night, with Natalya and Becky Lynch winning by submission, and Natalya slapping the sharpshooter on Charlotte. And my reason for putting that match on the pre-show, it's not because I dislike Becky Lynch, not because I dislike Dana Brooke, it's not because I dislike Charlotte, it's not because I dislike Natalya, but the women's title is not up for grabs, so why have that be on the main show? For that, and really, my other reason is because the only thing really going for this match is the real-life feud between the Flair family and the Hart family. There's really no feud between Becky Lynch and Dana Brooke at present, so they're just filler for the match. With that in mind, match 2 on the pre-show. And this is going to be after the social media lounge, I might add. It's going to be the Golden Truth versus Breezango, which is Tyler Breeze and Fandango. I'm having this match go 10 minutes, and I'm having the Golden Truth win this match by pinfall. I'm having Goldust score the fall after a final cut. And again, the only reason I'm having this match on the pre-show is not because I dislike Fandango, not because I dislike Tyler Breeze, not because I dislike R-Truth, and not because I dislike Goldust. It's just these two tag teams seemingly came up out of nowhere. There was no storyline for their forming, and at the end of the day, it's just two Attitude Era guys versus two New Era guys in a tag team match. So, with that in mind, let's get to the main show. And I'm starting it off not with the first match, but with a little recap of the pre-show by the pre-show column, or the pre-show broadcasters: Corey Graves, Renee Young, Jerry Lawler, and Booker T. And then we kick into the first match of the main show, which is Apollo Crews versus Sheamus. I'm having Apollo Crews win by pinfall after an 8-minute match. Give Sheamus a chance to give Apollo Crews the rub that will elevate Apollo Crews on the roster. Apollo Crews was so hot and so over in NXT. He came up and he's been extremely over with the fans, and he's been so misutilized. So this is giving him a chance to elevate his status on the roster, and that's what you want to do at this point. You want to get some of the newer guys over with the fans fully, which goes into the next match: Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. Again, a ruthless aggression era guy. Dolph Ziggler, who's been around the company for a while, who's kind of lost his luster with management and with the fans, even though he goes out there to steal the show every night and he's the hardest working guy on the roster. Baron Corbin came in, WrestleMania, his first match, won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and then he got shoved to the pre-show. He didn't deserve that. So I'm giving them 8 minutes. I'm having Baron Corbin go over, pinfall after end of days, and face Dolph Ziggler out if that's what you're going to do. I love Dolph. He's a local guy, and it sucks, but after his 2 world title reigns, which were cut short, there's really no credibility with this character anymore. This takes me into my third match. This is the first title match of the night. It is going to be Titus O'Neil versus Rusev for the United States Championship. And I'm having this match go 15 minutes because it is a title match, with Titus O'Neil winning by pinfall. And my reason for this is Rusev, after he lost the title to John Cena at WrestleMania last year, just kind of faded into obscurity. Ended up in a poorly planned stable called the League of Nations with Alberto Del Rio, King Barrett, who's no longer even with the company, and Sheamus, and that was a joke. Putting him in that stable just really made him look like a joke, and because of that, I don't feel he deserves to be holding one of the most prestigious titles in the history of the business in the United States Championship. Give it to Titus, let him hold it for 6 months or more, let him re-elevate the title, elevate his status with the company, get his push that he deserved for so long and had wrongfully taken from him after a stupid and wrongful suspension for something that should never have been a suspendable offense to begin with. This is going to take me to my next match, which is The New Day versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus the Vaudevillains, a fatal 4-way match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. I'm having this match go 20 minutes because you got 4 teams all vying for the same prize. I'm having Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy go over with a pinfall after a rocket launcher, with Enzo Amore scoring the pinfall on Kofi Kingston of The New Day. And really, I mean, I enjoyed The New Day. I love their gimmick. They've really given some much needed prestige back to the tag team titles after they were so lackluster on some of the other teams that have held them. But Enzo and Cass, they were so over in NXT. They never got the big win that they so deserved because they were, like I said, popular with the fans. Also, they are some of the hardest workers on the roster. Their promo is awesome, and they just come off as being superstars in the making. You put the tag team titles on them, give them that much needed, much deserved big win, and let them hold the tag team titles for 6 months or more. Elevate them not only as a team, but also as individuals, so that eventually when you split that team up, you can put them in singles feuds for the singles titles. Having said that, we're going on to the next match, which is the Lucha Dragons versus the Dudley Boyz. One of the best tag teams of the current era versus one of the best tag teams of all time. And I'm having this match go 10 minutes because it's not a title match, but this is going to be one hell of a match. I guarantee you that. I'm having the Lucha Dragons go over with a pinfall and Kalisto scoring the fall after his finisher, the Salida del Sol. Reason I say the Lucha Dragons is because they could really use a re-elevation after losing the tag titles to the Usos. And they are incredible workers, they are incredible athletes, and they represent the fans in a way that the Dudley Boyz did back in the Attitude Era. Bubba Ray and Devon have said in shoot interviews they are fans of Sin Cara and Kalisto as a team and as individuals. And with their legendary status and with them possibly not being around for very much longer, giving the rub to the Lucha Dragons would really help them out. Also, it would be nice to see them get back in the tag team title picture, meaning the Lucha Dragons. And we all know that the Dudley Boyz are going to end up in the Hall of Fame one day. So why not use that star power to put over another team? This takes me to the Money in the Bank ladder match. This is going to be Sami Zayn versus Cesaro versus Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens versus Alberto Del Rio. First of all, before I get into this, I don't understand why Alberto Del Rio is even in this match. He was booked so horribly after losing the U.S. title to Kalisto at the Royal Rumble last year. And then at the end of the year, again, another guy who was a victim of poor booking and being put into the League of Nations. So stupid. If you were going to make him a serious contender for the title, you should have done it right after he lost the U.S. title. So with that in mind, I'm having Sami Zayn win this match after 25 minutes. And the reason I picked Sami Zayn is because I feel like he's one of the best pure technicians on the roster today. Also, you put the title on him after the main event, you could make for a hell of a triple threat match between him, Cesaro, and Dean Ambrose, who are three of the best technicians, three of the best workers, three of the best promos on the roster today, and that would make for a classic SummerSlam match. Also, you could have Chris Jericho, who is by far one of the best workers of all time, a surefire Hall of Famer, put him against Kevin Owens in a classic singles match for SummerSlam. But Alberto Del Rio, he doesn't deserve to be in this match. Having said that, I'm going to be doing my semi-main event, a dream match that nobody ever thought they would see. AJ Styles versus John Cena. Mr. TNA versus WWE's franchise player. I'm having this match go a whopping 40 minutes. This is going to be my first match of the year candidate from this show. I'm having AJ Styles go over with a submission win via the calf crusher. Now, you guys may ask, whose side am I on? Am I on TNA side or am I on WWE side? I'm on neither side. I love both guys. I think that this could make for a hell of a feud going past SummerSlam and possibly up to Survivor Series, with them trading wins for not one, not two, not three, but 4 different pay-per-views. Also, I'm a huge fan of Cena. I'm also a huge fan of AJ Styles. I love their work, and I think they are going to make this match tear the house down. Now, before the main event, another analysis from the pre-show panel to just recap everything that happened on the show from the start of the pre-show up to that match. Give them a few minutes to close out their bullshit. And then you kick in the main event. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Singles match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I'm having this be another barn burner of 40 minutes, with Seth Rollins winning after a curb stomp. Now, you people are probably wondering why I say the curb stomp. I will get into that. My reason, really, because of the backlash against Roman Reigns after fans seeing him being chosen by Vince McMahon to represent the fans as the top face of the company, which has been an utter failure. Give him a chance to get himself over by turning him heel, turn Seth Rollins face, put the title on Rollins, let him be the top babyface of the company. Or so we think. I'll get into that later. Also, Seth Rollins never lost the title only having to vacate because of that damn knee injury he took in Belfast last November before Survivor Series, which changed a lot of plans, as we all know. Now, having said that, you have them switch roles. Have Reigns go heel, get himself over as a heel, and then when you finally do turn him face, naturally he will have that cult following that guys like John Cena have gotten, Stone Cold Steve Austin have gotten, The Rock have gotten, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. I could name Hulk Hogan. Guys all like that got themselves over naturally, and the fans backed them. Why not do that with Reigns as a heel and then have him flip? Now, with that in mind, we still got a few minutes left. We still have a Money in the Bank to handle. That's where Seth Rollins, or I should say Sami Zayn, comes in, cashes in his Money in the Bank, walks out of Money in the Bank as the champion, but have him drop the title back to Seth Rollins at a later date. And you might all think that would be Monday Night Raw after Money in the Bank. We're not going there. Anyway, having said that, I'm ending the show with Sami Zayn celebrating as champion as the show fades to black. That in mind, like I said, comments down in the comment section below. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up like a boss. Subscribe. Tell your friends about this video. Tell your friends about Slingblade Productions. And of course, eventually I want to make this a wrestling community driven channel. So, wrestling YouTubers, if you got anything you want to provide to this channel, hit me on Twitter at Alan216Dempsey. Also, share this video on Facebook. Share this video on Instagram if you have it. Share this video on Twitter. And with that in mind, I will be seeing you soon. Let the bell ring. Enjoy Money in the Bank. I will be putting my preview video up tomorrow. Peace.